Friends, PlayStation Plus is celebrating its 15th anniversary. And to celebrate, Sony PlayStation is bringing us these 3 games. You might expect that, since it's PlayStation Plus's 15th anniversary, they'd give us something more, but it's just the same as always. But on the official PlayStation blog, they posted a message. Thank you for your support over these 15 years. Keep paying. Keep paying, please. We're not going to give you anything in return, not at all, but thank you. Basically, that's what the people at Sony PlayStation said to celebrate the 15th anniversary of this punishment. What is paying for online? June 29, 2010. I just read it, but had to recall it. It was the day PlayStation Plus was launched. Well, you already know how it goes, right? If you wanted to play online, you had to pay, because they have to maintain their servers and all that, and so on and so on. In these 15 years, the service has had some really good moments and some weak moments, and moments like this, like today. Days when they give us games that are fine, but maybe they're already pretty old. Well, maybe we could make a compilation video of the 15 years of PlayStation Plus at another time. Today we'll discuss the games releasing on July 1st for all service subscribers. Whether you have the Extra, Deluxe, Premium, Vanilla, or Essential. Did you have a few hours of free time? So like 200 hours of free time? Well, here you have Diablo 4 to fill your 200 hours of free time. And the main story of Diablo 4, I think, lasts about 15 or 20 hours more or less. But the whole game is endless, actually. I say 200 just to give a number, but it's infinite. Moreover, it won't end, as they'll continue releasing content that expands the story and more. Because, Diablo 4 is a game as a service. In fact, after several seasons and balancing, events, adjustments, and other things. In October of last year, they released Vassal of Hatred, content that expands the game's story, right after the ending of the Diablo 4 campaign. It takes you to a new region, which is jungle-like, with its own map, its own enemies, its own tribal setting, and even a new playable character. Well, this campaign adds about 12 more hours to the Diablo 4 campaign. So if you like Diablo's lore, do you like playing solo in campaign mode? So focusing solely on the campaign and disregarding the online or endgame aspects, are you satisfied with Diablo 4? About 20 hours for the base campaign, and if you buy the downloadable content, another 10, 12, maybe 14 more hours. It's long, and it's going to get even longer, because Blizzard said they're going to release a story downloadable content once a year. Blizzard lied about the Diablo 4 story downloadable content this year, but they will release one next year. They plan to continue expanding the game. Since you're already paying for online with PlayStation Plus, you get Diablo 4 as part of that subscription. Let me tell you that one of the funniest things about Diablo 4 is playing it in online co-op, since you can play it with up to 4 players. You get 3 friends and you can go through the campaign, the side missions, the bosses, whatever in the game. You can play it all in co-op with up to 4 players. And the game has crossplay between all available platforms, so you can play with any other friend. Besides online co-op, you also have local co-op, but local co-op is quite controversial. Play it with your brother, friend, family member, partner, or anyone at your house. Each local player needs to pay for their own online subscription to play together locally. 2 subscriptions are required in total. Yes, even if it sounds completely ridiculous to you. If you want to play Diablo 4 locally, both players playing on the same PlayStation have to have PlayStation Plus active at the same time. That means you have to pay for 2 PlayStation Plus accounts to play the same game locally. Because Blizzard says that since Diablo 4 is a game as a service, it needs a constant internet connection. Otherwise, they can't make it work and the data could get corrupted. I don't know what they made up, honestly. Diablo 4 requires an active internet connection to play. It is an online-only game. Even if you just want to play the campaign solo, you need to be 100% connected to Blizzard's servers. That's not a problem here because you would be claiming the game through PlayStation Plus, so you're already paying for online. But it was very controversial at the time, and it's going to keep being controversial. Diablo 4 sets its campaign several decades after the events of Diablo 3 in a devastated, hopeless, and messed up world, just like the world of Diablo. The plot revolves around the return of Lilith, the daughter of Mephisto, one of the three prime evils in this saga. Lilith's presence unleashes a wave of corruption, dark cults, and chaos in the world of Sanctuary. That's the plot. And you are a new hero marked by visions, and your mission is to unravel the elite's plan to face the horrors of hell, and to discover what role each side plays in this struggle between good and evil. If you didn't understand even a quarter of what I just said about the plot, don't worry, it's okay. Diablo 4 works perfectly well, isolated from the rest of the Diablos, because in the other Diablos you had, well, Val, Mephisto, and Diablo, who are, let's say, the most iconic enemies of this saga. In this game, they're actually not in the foreground, because the one in the foreground is Lilith, the daughter of Mephisto. I'm not sure why I'm explaining this to you. It's not like I'm an expert either, so I might be getting it wrong. You don't need to know about the other Diablos. You can just start playing this one. If you play the others, you'll have more context and it'll be more interesting, but it's not necessary. This is how the game is played. You explore a giant open world with several interconnected regions, fighting hordes of enemies in real time, using attack combos, spells, abilities, and other things. You constantly earn loot like weapons, armor, gems, gold, and other things. You customize your character, choose their abilities, equip items, rare gear, skins, and other things. In battles, giant bosses, you take part in public events, player versus player random dungeons, procedural generation, and a lot more. A lot of things that might end up boring you. Why not? In my case, Diablo 4 bored me quite a bit. Maybe if you play it solo, but if you play it in co-op, it becomes a lot more fun. Because the difficulty scales quite a bit, and playing with friends is always fun. And looting and just mashing buttons has its own charm. The second video game on the list coming out on July 1st is King of Fighters 15, another one that's already a couple of years old. And a lot of downloadable content. This video game comes with 39 base fighters, which are the ones you'll get because it's the base version of the video game. Among them, you'll recognize many from other installments, and there are others who are new. Plus, you have another 20 downloadable content fighters, which you obviously have to pay for if you're interested in unlocking them. The strength of this game is also the online mode, since this game has a very efficient online system. Very stable, with several game modes, like ranked casuals, room match, training, a ton of things to do online. Despite lacking cross-platform play, it offers cross-generation gameplay. You can play with people on PlayStation 4 and between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but not with Xbox players. That's just how it is. Regarding the single-player content, in King of Fighters 15 there isn't much to do. You have a short arcade story, some tutorials, and not much else. The point is to play online, unless you're going to have some matches with your friends. At home, right there, in the comfort of your couch, watching your television. You don't need double online. Like Diablo, it's all good. You can play it locally. And you have an auto combo system that makes the game a lot easier. Because by mashing a single button, you can do several combos and things like that. Which is like the beginner mode, so that everyone can more or less learn how to play. Do you already know it? King of Fighters Team Battles 3 vs 3, are there already pre-made teams, or can you form your own team? The graphics are pretty decent. I buy almost every King of Fighters game upon release, including King of Fighters 15 when it came out. I never understand any of them, and I don't know how to play any of them, but I always try. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say about the game, such as if I've played it or for how long. 5, 6, back then. I don't know how to play King of Fighters, and I might never learn how to play it in my lifetime. But it looks really nice. It really does look good. And in third place, we have Jusant. In this video game, you control a character who has a simple task: to climb a colossal abandoned tower with the help of a glowing creature called Ballast, who guides and activates him, fragments of the past, because it's an introspective game, one that makes you think. The whole game is a contemplative experience. You have to climb, you have to solve small environmental puzzles, and manage your stamina as if you were a mountaineer, but without the risk of dying. Because it's a video game. The fun lies in how you control your character. Since you use the R2 and L2 triggers to simulate each hand, and you use the analog stick to direct where you want to go with each hand. You have ropes to secure your path. And it's almost like a kind of mini climbing simulator or puzzle game. The main campaign of the game lasts about 4 hours, 5 at most, maybe 6 or 7 if you want to explore the game to the fullest. It's a short, contemplative game, and it's a game that was very well received by the press at the time. This is the newest game out of all the PlayStation Plus chess in July. I'd love to tell you how it was, but I didn't play it. I tried it in a demo, and that's it. I wasn't interested, so I let it go. But do you know who was interested? The press was interested. Look, they gave it a good score of 85. How about that? Well, King of Fighters has a 79. For example, that's not bad at all. It's a good green number. And El Diablo has an 80 and Motherfucker 6. Pretty good too. According to Metacritic, generally speaking, I don't know why I'm making air quotes, it's not a metaphor. Metacritic. Based on Metacritic, we have a good score, the games we're getting aren't bad, but we're running into the same issue as always. How interested are you in these games? To what extent are these not very popular games? I don't think there's anyone who wanted to play Diablo 4 who hasn't bought it, and those who didn't want to play Diablo 4, well, they just don't want to play it. Is that clear? Or am I making it too complicated? Jusant seems like a good title to add to PlayStation Plus, because you might say, well, it's a game I wouldn't buy, but maybe it's interesting to try it out. Well received by critics, good score, why not? Or like last month, when they gave out Alone in the Dark. Sounds good to me, because it's also a game that maybe not many people bought, not many dared to try, and many were able to finish it thanks to Plus. But this month, I don't know, they're not bad games, but they don't leave me feeling anything in between. Given that it's PlayStation Plus's 15th anniversary, you'd think they'd offer a free month of Plus, wouldn't you? I'm not sure, maybe a discount. We have some PlayStation offers. If I have time, can I check them tomorrow? I could check tomorrow. We have some offers. That's it for this month's PlayStation Plus Essential. Share your thoughts about these games in the comments below. And if you played or didn't play Diablo 4, what did you think of it? I'll say it again. Diablo 4 bored me a lot. Is that what Diablo is about? You just don't like it? I like Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. It's not about that, no.